Well, obviously the key to hitting a deer is being able to actually get the bow back, not lose your mind, put the pin where you need it to be, relax, and shoot all at once, which is not the easiest thing to do when it's a good sized deer. So the best thing I can tell you to do in the summertime is develop a shot routine. And if you do it, you know, repetition is going to teach you what you need to know automatically. When you're in the stand, deer comes in, if you've shot enough in the summer and you have, you know, repetition, even if you make some sort of little saying when you're pulling the bow back, you know, counting 1, 2, 3, what you're supposed to do, it's going to help you. And I get as nervous and as excited and lose my mind as much as anybody. And I have a routine that I use, and if I didn't, I'd never kill anything. Whether it's a doe, it doesn't matter. I get so shook up that I can't shoot. And I missed more deer than I care to admit just because I lost my complete train of thought. And I knew I'd never kill a deer with a bow if I didn't come up with a system. So I'll kind of show you, have Dave draw his bow, and I'll just kind of go through, you know, the steps that I do when I'm shooting, and then it's exactly the same thing I do in the woods. So obviously I'm going to have my bow ready out in front of me, and you know, having the release clipped on when that deer is coming is important, because there's been a lot of times you're shaking, you're nervous, you can't get your release on the string. So the first thing I do when I see the deer, and I know, especially if it's a buck, that I want to take the shot at, once I determine that that's the buck I'm going to shoot, I'm never looking at the head again. Everything's about the body language of the deer. You're going to know when he's relaxed, when he's alert, just by the, you know, the body language. You can tell. So don't look at the head again. Look only at the spot that you're trying to, you know, to hit. Pick out the smallest piece that you can find. Aim at a hair. I mean, if you watch that movie with Mel Gibson in it, Braveheart, you know, the whole aim small, miss small, it's exactly true, even though, you know, Mel Gibson is what he is and Hollywood is what it is, but at least it's right on that account. So you're looking at the spot the whole time. The next thing you're going to do is just my step one, and that's get the bow back. So I go 1, and the bow is going to come all the way back. 2, I always hook my thumb behind my jaw. So my 2 spot is right on my anchor point. And before I say 3, I make sure that I'm in my peep, and that's kind of my trigger to allow myself to say 3. When I know I'm in the peep and the pin's where I want it to be, that's 3, meaning I get to shoot at that point. And if you do that over and over, it's just 1 is up, 2 is getting your spot, 3 is your mental trigger saying I'm in the pin, or I'm in the peep, the pin's on the deer, and it's time to draw, to release. And he actually even hit what he's aiming for. Told you it'd work.